Good evening, everybody, and happy Sunday, July 19th. Hope you all have had a really nice weekend, or a nice week rather, that you found the action planning process to be intellectually stimulating. Enjoyed reading your thoughts in your learning logs this time around. A lot of you shared that you have been stretched beyond some of your perceived limits before. You've interacted with folks that you've never had a chance to speak with in any kind of deep and meaningful ways about the school and about school improvement. And you found in some cases that your schools are far more collaborative in their decision making than perhaps you knew or believed them to be, and in other cases, perhaps even less collaborative than you knew or thought they could be. So it's been fun, and I'm looking forward to comparing the action plans that you created with your last papers, which were excellent. Continuing to very much enjoy engaging with you on the discussion forum. Spent a little less time these last week or so in the forum, as I shared in my announcement a couple of days ago. I was having some technical issues, but I assure you, I read everything and tried to comment to everybody in the class at least once this time around. I've been incredibly impressed by the depth of discussion in the discussion forums over the last couple of weeks. It was a little bit of a slow start that first week, but you all seem to have really gotten into the swing of having real discussions with each other. I miss sitting face to face with all of you and learning with you and interacting with you in the way that you can only do face to face. But I've found that the depth of our conversations in the discussion forum has not suffered at all. In fact, I think in some cases they're significantly better. Everybody is participating at a level that sometimes they don't have the chance to participate in a regular face-to-face class. So anyway, online learning seems to be the way we're going. The fall schedule is shaping up, as is the spring from the teaching side of things, and I've gotten no promises of a face-to-face class anytime soon, but quite a few opportunities for online learning. So I hope you all have enjoyed our time together. I'm not wrapping things up, of course, we have 2 weeks left, but we've enjoyed our time together, and that when it comes time for you to give feedback, that you're as helpful as you can be to me as I figure out the best way to deliver these modules. We are entering module 4, our final 2 weeks together, and at this time we've got to put the actions into place, right, into action. So we're going to spend some time looking at leadership itself, and specifically looking at the qualities of a total leader. More about that in a second. I want to draw your attention to our reading for this module. There's a fair amount to read. I've given you a number of relatively short PowerPoints to review. The first is an introduction to the total leader. The total leader is defined really by its parts, the level to which the leader demonstrates the characteristics of a visionary leader, an authentic leader, cultural leader, quality leader, and a service leader or servant leader. These are a set of behaviors that we would expect from a high quality total leader, that we as we call them. So there's a series of PowerPoints that break down the qualities of each of those leaders. I encourage you to spend some time with them, and I also encourage you to reflect on yourself as a leader. Maybe use your learning log as a place for that reflection, just as a suggestion, since you have to do them anyway. Reflect on where you are in each, and perhaps where you want to be. I've also given you a couple of short articles around leadership and shaping culture through leadership. And then I introduced to you the idea of shared leadership. And that is where The direct tie-in is most evident for your action plans, right? Just because you're the leader doesn't mean you have to be the one responsible for doing everything. And sharing leadership not just among your named leaders, but across your school community is going to be essential to your success. And so we'll draw your attention to that. We do have continued discussion forum questions for you to answer. In this set of questions, I focused your attention specifically on service leadership, quality leadership, and cultural leadership domains. And so I hope that you'll enjoy those, and I'm looking forward to engaging with you in each. Please remember your learning logs, 2 minimum each each module. Most of you have done a really good job getting at least 2 in. A couple of you have posted 3 or 4 in a module. A couple of you struggled once or twice to get 2 in. Don't worry, there's a lot of points to be had in those learning logs, but I do hope you'll take advantage of the last 2 weeks to reflect on yourself as a leader and where you hope to go in the next couple of months and years as a leader. You do have one final project that is due in the coming weeks, and so I encourage you to take a look at that assignment very closely. The purpose of this assignment is to summarize the domains of total leaders, so that you can effectively reflect on your own strengths and weaknesses as a leader. Specific goals or objectives for us for this module include the idea that a culture of continuous improvement is grounded in distributed leadership and shared responsibility. Teams do, in fact, make a difference. School leaders are individuals who embody all the performance abilities and attributes needed to lead productive change. So there's a little bit of that. The leader has to have the qualities of each of those domains that you're going to learn about, but most importantly, they need to be able to lead others in bringing about any kind of systemic change. And lastly, that school improvement itself is dependent on a culture that promotes and shares responsibility and that promotes and shares accountability for student learning. So you're going to write about all of those things in your final paper. That paper is due the evening of our last day of the module, and I'm looking forward to reading what you submit. Sometime in the next couple of days, you should receive evaluations for this course. Be kind and just know that we're all learning this together, but also be specific. As hopefully those of you who I've worked with for the last couple of semesters now have come to see, I try to adjust my teaching based on the needs of the students that I'm facing, and also based on the feedback that I get in those evaluations. I take them seriously, so I do ask you to do so as well. I will be ever present in the discussion forums over the next couple of days, so if you have any questions for me, please make sure you get them up there. Feel free, as always, to email me or text me if there's anything that I can help you with or that you need. A number of you have taken me up on that over the last couple of weeks, and I've appreciated the chance to serve you in that way. I think that's about it for now. I will post an update definitely by the end of the week, because I want to get you your grade and feedback for your action plans, but maybe even sooner, depending on how the next couple of days go in the discussion forum. I have a sense that I may be interacting with you a little bit more frequently these last 2 weeks. Hope you enjoy your time. Hope you're getting some time away from the rigors of our normal day-to-day jobs. I know that there's a lot of information out in the news about what the school year will look like next year. None of us really know. I think the only thing we know for sure is that none of us are going to be in our buildings in August, early September. Hopefully we'll be back in the buildings soon, and we'll be talking about this as if it were in the past. Okay, that's all for now. I wish you all a great couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you in the threads.